Coming up next on the Weekly Pulse, cellulite, finally a treatment that works.
And we revisit Earth Fair, and this time we're talking about health and your skin.
And Kaplan Furniture Redefined. We go into the bedroom and shatter all the myths of decorating. Coming up next on the Weekly Pulse. Good evening and welcome to the Weekly Pulse, Northeast Ohio's first television show dedicated to health and wellness with a focus on women. I'm Amy Costelli.
And I'm Eileen McShay, and we wait all year for this kind of weather. We love the summer sunshine, but it's also the time of year that we need to protect our skin, not just from the sun, but also from the bugs.
For sure, and that's why we decided to ask Lori at Earth Fair about what's safe to put on our skin.
So I'm here in Earth Fair's Wellness Department, and we literally have thousands of items that are free of harmful ingredients and harsh chemicals that have been shown to be detrimental to our health. All of these items also are animal cruelty free. So if you're on the hunt for certain certifications, such as PETA or Leaping Bunny, you will absolutely find them. We have to remember it's not only about what we're putting into our bodies, but it's important about what we're putting on top of our bodies as well. Anything that will apply to our skin will absolutely soak through to our system. So it's important to go all natural and or organic when it comes to vitamins, supplements, and body care. So Earth Fair offers Badger sunscreens. They're full broad spectrum protection using mineral zinc oxide. Now, if you've never heard of mineral zinc oxide, it's a safe mineral that sits on top of the skin, scattering, absorbing, and reflecting UVA and UVB rays before reaching living cells. Now, all of these sunscreens are either natural or certified organic, and the base is made from plant oils such as aloe and beeswax, so it provides very valuable antioxidants and nutrients to the skin. It's very moisturizing. MyShell Sun Care is 100% mineral-based, animal cruelty-free, vegetarian, gluten-free, and free of parabens and GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. So it's a really high-quality product. Again, we have to remember it's not about what we're putting in our bodies, but what we're putting on top of our skin. This is a great go-to, free of those harsh chemicals. Now, Alba is a great company. They offer sunscreens that are reef safe. Now, if you've never heard of the term reef safe, you have to understand sunscreens wash off your body when swimming and it enters the marine environment. Now, common chemical sunscreen ingredients such as oxybenzone can actually kill coral and damage coral reefs. Alba sunscreens, they do not have any of these harmful ingredients and they're safe for coral reefs. We have a couple of different sizes here. We have the cream application as well as the spray. So there's many different ways to apply this and it actually stays on for a very long time. It's very high quality. So as you can see, we have a lot to choose from here in Earth Fair's Wellness Department. And just remember, we're here to make your shopping experience easy for you and your family. So if you ever have any questions, come and locate one of our wellness experts. We will be happy to help you and point you in the right direction. Now, I know we talked a lot about sun with all of our sunscreens, but what about the bugs? We're in the middle of summer. There's going to be bugs and mosquitoes. So it's better to stay away from some of those artificial bug repellents and chemicals that have been shown to be detrimental to our health, such as DEET. DEET's actually been known to be a skin irritant, so it's better to go with an all-natural and organic option. Again, a lot to choose from here at Earth Fair, such as the Skeeter Screen. This is actually great for parties and patios and putting outside. It's a diffuser that helps keep all the bugs away. And in addition, if you're someone that's wanting to steer clear of creams and sprays altogether, we have this awesome Parakeeto bracelet. You just slap it right on your wrist, wear it all day, and you'll be good to go. So make sure to come on by, visit with one of our wellness experts, and we'll be happy to tell you a little bit more about how you and your family can live longer with Earth Fair this summer.
Thank you, Lori. She has great ideas,
Yes.
always, and that's a good point. Use minerals to protect your skin, not those bad chemicals.
Right, especially because you're reapplying it, every so often.
And kids, too.
Oh, right. Think about our families. Well, bad guys is the subject of our legal segment this week. Our lovable lawyer talks about protecting our online data from predators.
Rarely a week goes by that we don't hear about another massive data breach, whether it's Target or Equifax or somebody else. Because data is big business and hackers want it. They sell your information on the dark web, whether it be your driver's license number, your credit card number, your passport number. It adds up because it's real money to them. And often when people have their data breached, they run out and they pay for credit monitoring, which can cost as much as $30 a month. That's a lot of money too because it adds up. Often after a data breach, a class action lawsuit will follow. The purpose of the lawsuit is to get you the money back that you spent on the credit monitoring. So when you see a notice of settlement, which is a little postcard in the mail, or you see something online, read it, understand it, participate in the settlement. These lawyers have worked hard for you to get you back what you're owed. It's your right, and you deserve that money back. And that's today's Legal Minute. I'm Dan Karen, your lovable lawyer.
Well, thank you, Dan, and he always has such great advice.
He always boils it down so that everything is easily understandable. Well, coming up next on the Weekly Pulse, your dose of Doceri, an FDA-approved cellulite treatment that actually works.
And Kaplan's Furniture redefines, well, we are redefining how you decorate your bedroom. That's all coming up next on the Weekly Pulse.
Flooring has changed a lot in the last 20 years, but some things never do. Like our large selection from Shaw Floors. Colors and textures, it's all here. And we always offer outstanding customer care. So stop in and take a look at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center.
At Earth Fare, we don't carry any food that's bad for you. So you could shop here blindfolded, knowing that everything is 100% clean and good for you. In fact, we carefully select everything in the store as if your life depends on it. Because it does. Live longer with Earth Fare.
Welcome to Kaplan's Furniture, where we're redefining your furniture shopping experience. Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm so excited to tell you about all the changes we've made. We now have everyday lower pricing. We have a new design staff that can help bring your decorating dreams to reality. We've brought in higher quality brands like Smith Brothers, Lancer, and White Dove, and we proudly back everything we sell. I'm sure you'll love the experience, and we look forward to meeting you. Kaplan's Furniture Redefined.
The Rock Pile is your one-stop shop for all your landscaping needs. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we offer the highest quality of mulch, topsoil, gravel, and stone. Our full-service garden center offers the highest quality of trees, shrubs, perennials, annuals, and more. Browse our store and see the incredible selection of pottery, home and yard accents, and decorative furniture. And don't forget that we are the bird feeding headquarters for all your feeding needs. So stop in and spend some time with us. The Rock Pile, Nagel Road in Avon.
What kind of Shaw floors are you looking for? Ceramic tile, hardwood, carpet, vinyl plank. Shaw Floors has a style for you. So come take a look at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center.
Peace of mind is the greatest gift that can be given during one of life's most challenging times.
It comes from trusting in skilled and compassionate professionals who are committed to hearing the patient's story first and responding with the latest medical options available.
It is comfort and service supported by over 60 years of advancing holistic care to patients and their families.
At Holy Family Hospice, our comprehensive services come with peace of mind and so much more.
Call to start the conversation today.
Welcome back to the Weekly Pulse, Northeast Ohio's first television show dedicated to health and wellness with a focus on women. I'm Amy Costelli.
And I'm Eileen McShane. It's time now for our weekly dose of Doceri. And this week we're talking about cellulite.
Yeah, and you know, it's not just some bumps on the back of your legs. It can really affect somebody psychologically, creating embarrassment and self-confidence issues.
And most of us have tried everything and nothing has worked until now, and it's called Cellfina. All right, we're going to talk about Cellfina, but before we talk to the doctor, I want to talk to the experts because Victoria and Beth, you both tried it.
Yes.
And before we talk about it, let's talk about what you tried before, because I've tried everything, any procedure out there, nothing really has worked. So what about you?
I first tried a method that is a suction method that's supposed to get rid of the cellulite. It temporarily smoothed the area. So at first you thought there was some results, but it did not last.
Very, very similar, same. Now, what about you?
I've tried quite a bit. The one Beth talked about with the suction, it sucked it up and massaged it at the same time. I tried the coffee, creams, and then there was this light that I sat under one time. They just basically put a light over top of you, and you sit there for like 45 minutes under a light. very skeptical, of course. The only one that did I see a little bit of results was the suction one, but the results lasted like less than 6 months.
So when the FDA came out and said, we are approving something that you do once and it works, and it's called Cellfina, what was your reaction?
Hearing the method behind it, it made sense. So I felt like it was worth the investment to try it because it seemed like the real deal.
And now that you had it done?
The results are amazing. I have since then purchased lighter colored pants that I had stopped wearing because of the dimpling. So I wore white jeans the other day, and I have lighter colored yoga pants now that I used to not wear because of the dimpling.
And Beth, you've also tried Cellfina.
Yes, I have.
And what was your reaction?
My reaction was I was very happy with my results. So I did a lot of research, read a lot of reviews, even went to Cellfina. They have an actual website that you can go to, and read, and wanted to make sure that it was something I was investing in that was actually going to produce results that lasted. And my procedure actually has been over a year ago, and I still have excellent results. So it's still like it was.
How old were you when you first noticed that you had cellulite?
Probably 5-6 years ago. I started to notice that I wasn't feeling as confident about what I was putting on. I was, looking at myself and, taking a look in the mirror, and taking mirrors and looking at my, back end, and I thought, this isn't attractive. I don't want to go out like this. It was about 2 years ago that I first found out about Cellfina and started looking into it, and then went ahead and had the procedure done. And it's made a complete difference in my life, in what I purchase at the store, which is a big deal for women. So it's made a huge difference in my life, huge.
If you're like me, I always would just blame myself for the cellulite. I ate the wrong thing, I didn't work out enough. How is it for you, psychologically?
It was tough. It was very rough on my self-esteem, and it made me very insecure. I didn't like to be the center of attention. I kind of stayed in the back because I was hoping nobody really noticed my legs, So in my early 30s, it got even worse because girls were still wearing mini skirts, and I'm wearing the knee-length skirts just to kind of hide everything. Cellfina has totally changed my life. I've ordered a couple new skirts already for this summer that aren't knee-length, and I'm super excited about them.
So, Dr. Jeff, what is Cellfina?
Cellfina is a procedure in which a small needle-like structure is used to release the fibrous band that cause cellulite. Once this procedure is done, the cellulite the fibrous band, is released and the cellulite is gone for good.
How is Cellfina different from everything we've tried before?
Cellfina is different because it treats the cause of cellulite. There is a fibrous band that connects the skin to the lower tissues, and it creates a dimple when it pulls down. We release that band, allowing the skin to return to its normal, nice, flat texture. Cellulite is a part of our skin integrity, part of female skin integrity. Those fibrous bands we tend not to see in males, which is why males tend not to have cellulite. But for females, it's not their fault. It doesn't have a specific cause other than the way their bodies were designed. So weight gain, weight loss doesn't appear to affect cellulite. It's something that most people have that needs to be medically treated in order to be erased. Most treatments for cellulite didn't work, or they certainly didn't work long term. There were a lot of temporary reliefs, stretching of the ligaments that create cellulite, from vacuuming or suction devices to rollers to the infamous coffee ground treatments. And the biggest problem with that is most people have lost faith in cellulite treatments. It's something that bothers them terribly, and they don't think there's an option out there that actually works long term. And with Cellfina, there is.
How quickly will you see results?
The greatest thing about this office procedure is that the side effects are minimal. You can expect a little bit of bruising and maybe a little bit of tenderness the next day when you sit down. But all of the patients we have treated have been amazed by how quickly they got back to activity with really no downtime.
The procedure is 45 minutes, and then how often do you have to have it done?
Because we are permanently releasing that band, there is no need for a repeat procedure with Selfina. So once you have your cellulite removed, it is gone.
What about pain? Is the procedure painful?
No, there's a little local numbing that's done prior to the procedure, and the procedure is completed with minimal to no pain, and patients are up, walking out, and can return to normal activities.
How have your patients reacted from Selfina?
Selfina is probably the one procedure where I get the most vocal patient feedback about how positive they feel about themselves following the procedure. Probably because this is something that people have struggled and tried 10 different things before coming to us for this treatment, and then they finally get the results they were looking for.
Now here's a guarantee that you rarely ever hear. Selfina says that they guarantee this is one and done and will last at least 3 years.
Wow.
And then now Doceri is saying, call them, and if you can have this done before the end of July, mention us, the Weekly Pulse, and they'll take $500 off your bill.
Easy. Just mention the Weekly Pulse. Great deal. Well, time to check in with Kaplan Furniture Redefined. And Steve and Susan are going into the bedroom. And I have a friend who just bought a new bedroom suit set for her daughter. And she's wondering, will it stay in style?
Well, that's a question we get asked a lot. Not only is it in style, but will it stay in style? And that's something that's not always easy to predict.
That's true.
There was certainly a time when people would buy one bedroom set and they would keep it for a lifetime, or maybe they'd get a bedroom set as a wedding present. And you know, they'd think that something would maybe never go out of style, and 40 years would go by and they'd want to downsize, and they'd say to the kids, you know, someday this will all be yours.
Yeah.
And not everybody wants to have that wished upon them.
No, those poor kids.
Yeah.
It's like us with our oak bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, there are things they can do. I mean, you can create a beautiful look and change things up and get some of the latest trends, but it is your personal space and it is what's important to you and what's comforting to you. But I do think there's things everyone can try, and one of those is maybe get rid of that mirror over the dresser. You can add a beautiful piece of artwork. You can add an accent mirror to the room. You know, I love those leaning mirrors. Not only does it come in really handy in the bedroom, but it's a beautiful piece to add into the room. And you know, we know you're going to have that flat screen TV over the dresser anyhow, and maybe we don't want to do 2 matching nightstands. Maybe we want to mix it up with a little accent chest or something fun like that. There's a lot you can do to a bedroom without having to commit to it for the rest of your life.
So the moral to the story is maybe we should just consider a bedroom set that has drawers that are nice enough that they work smoothly and they withstand you cramming too many sweaters in the drawers. And if it passes that test, then it's good enough, and maybe it'll leave you with some money left over for a little bit nicer mattress.
That's right.
A lot of people these days also are having sitting areas off to the side of the bedroom set, place for a chair and an end table and a morning cup of coffee.
You know, I agree, and also it's a great way to add a little texture and design by matching your comforters up with your chair fabric and maybe even tying that into your artwork. So it is just another space to create in your house with your personality.
Tip of the week. Invest in a good mattress. Sometimes it's tempting to put a lot of money into the bedroom furniture, but you do run the risk of the furniture going out of style.
I agree, you're never going to regret a good night's sleep, but you will regret that bedroom suit that you want to get rid of in 10 years.
I cannot agree with them more. I dream of getting a good night's sleep, and I'm not necessarily going, oh my God, what kind of bedroom set do I have? I'm thinking about my comfort.
And it's fun to change up bedroom sets. Yeah, it's always nice. And yeah, you do want that good night's sleep, that's for sure. Well, stay tuned, because coming up next on the Weekly Pulse, it's time for our Pulse Perspective, where we throw a question, random question, and find out what our Pulse Perspective ladies think about it. This time, it's year-round school. Stay tuned.
At All Around Physical Therapy, our focus is getting you on the fast track to recovery. With 2 convenient locations, our therapists will create a specialized program with the most advanced treatment plan that's right for you. With our one-on-one sessions and unique approach to wellness, you can feel confident that our goal is getting you back to 100%. Don't let a recent injury or chronic pain limit your day-to-day life. Call All Around Physical Therapy and start feeling better today.
Does your life seem to revolve around everyone else? Visit Doceri Spa and Laser Center and do something for you. Doceri is the premier destination for non-surgical services, anti-aging skin treatments, body transformations, and outpatient procedures. Our staff of physicians, nurses, technicians, and estheticians work to meet your every need. Call today for a complimentary assessment. We will help you with your personalized plan for beauty, health, and body transformations. It's all about you at Doceri Spa and Laser Center.
The Rock Pile is your one-stop shop for all your landscaping needs. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we offer the highest quality of mulch, topsoil, gravel, and stone. Our full-service garden center offers the highest quality of trees, shrubs, perennials, annuals, and more. Browse our store and see the incredible selection of pottery, home and yard accents, and decorative furniture. And don't forget that we are the bird feeding headquarters for all your feeding needs. So stop in and spend some time with us. The Rock Pile, Nagel Road in Avon.
Peace of mind is the greatest gift that can be given during one of life's most challenging times.
It comes as a choice you are entitled to make about how and where your loved ones get the care they need and deserve.
A choice that gives you the freedom and power to make decisions that will enrich the lives of those closest to you.
Choose Holy Family Hospice, where peace of mind comes with so much more.
Call to start the conversation today.
Welcome back to the Weekly Pulse. It's time now for our Pulse Perspective, which is where we throw a random question at one of our Pulse Perspective ladies because it's fun to see what people think.
It is, and I love this segment because people want to hear what other people are thinking and start a conversation.
And this topic is yours. It hits close to home.
It is year-round school. I have a tween tearing my hair out right now on what to do, camps, etc., and it gets costly. So we asked our panel, what do they think? Year-round school or not?
School year-round or not? I agree. Agree with what? School year-round. Why? And this is going from like, I've seen a lot of younger kids growing up. I think it's just more socialization. There breaks from when I was in school. Like we didn't start back to school until after Labor Day. We started like, beginning of June and went back after Labor Day. Now there's like, now you're starting like before June, going back before Labor Day, taking little breaks. And I think we'll see higher test levels going up. I think you'll see more interaction occurring, or the kids being able to run home in all summer, because most kids all summer are doing what when they go home? They're not outside. They're at home playing video games, being on social media. Take them out of that scenario, put them in the schooling all year. I think we'll see a decrease in some of the stuff that's been going on.
I know my son, when he graduated, he said, Mom, where he went to school, they didn't, he wasn't ready for college. Like, he wasn't like college prepped.
Yeah.
So, to answer that question, I would say yeah. Just because we want our kids to be college prepped.
Yeah. Well, most countries, or some countries, send their kids all year round. If you look at their testing levels, they're advanced. They're way more advanced than our United States. So let's try it. Why not? What is it gonna hurt? What's it gonna hurt? I mean, teachers still get paid. Either way, from what I understand, they still get paid. They either take it all up in the year and then the way their salaries are set up, they still get paid. So it doesn't matter whether you're teaching or not.
You don't think kids will get burned out?
You still give them their Christmas break or their spring break. But I mean, do they really need 2 to 3 months off during the summer? Even their holiday breaks. I mean, there's days where I'm like, the kids come back at Labor Day and then 2 weeks later, they're taking another 3 days off. They have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for like an in-service day or this or that. So, no, I think they'll be, at first, possibly. And then as they get used to it, it'll get better.
I would say maybe that's not all year round, maybe for littler kids. Maybe as the years go.
Junior high and above or something. Yeah.
I think everybody has a different opinion on that. I know if we asked the kids, they'd probably say, what, year-round school? No,
no
we
doubt.
Want and probably even some teachers. But it's all about just finding that right balance for parents, teachers, and kids.
Right, balance. So speaking of balance, now we women lose a lot of balance as we age. And thankfully, we have Anthony Palesha with All Around Physical Therapy in Parma and Strongsville, who gives us some tips on how to regain balance and gain strength. As we age, what kind of physical impairments are we seeing in women?
As a physical therapist, we see range of motion loss, strength, muscle imbalance, posture dysfunction, bone density loss, and balance concerns.
And what are the components of balance issues?
Balance issues are really a 3-part issue. There's range of motion loss, there's strength loss, and there's loss of proprioception, which is our body's awareness in space.
Technology is affecting posture. Tell me about that.
Technology plays a large role in bad posture. We're all familiar with terms TechNeck and Body by Microsoft, and what happens is that when we sit for a long time in front of the computer, our bodies tend to mold to the position that we sat. So you'll see the rounded shoulders, you'll see the hunched neck, and the rounded back, and technology has definitely played a negative role on the human's posture.
How can we improve and correct them?
I recommend everyone sits down with the physical therapist and performs an in-depth evaluation, and they try to locate any muscular imbalance, tight muscle, weak muscle, posture dysfunction, and allows the physical therapist to come up with a plan. That baseline should be rechecked twice a year to make sure that your balance is not going, or the imbalances are going the wrong direction.
What kind of therapies do you offer here?
Anything to correct a physical impairment. So we do stretching, we do range of motion, we do massage, we do corrective strength exercises, we do joint mobilization, we do dry needling, electric stimulation, anything to correct the imbalance.
Does insurance cover any of the therapies here?
Insurance definitely covers physical therapy. Physical therapy is one of the lesser costing professions, and every major insurance covers physical therapy.